Man, it's been a long day. I just want to go to bed. Ugh. Fuck. Hey guys, Zero here. Welcome back to another video. And today we're going to talk about something that came out a few days ago that I was too lazy to cover last night and this morning. So a few days ago, Funimation, Bounding into Comics. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. Bounding into Comics released an article about a voice actress named Jamie Marchi. So I don't know voice actors very well, mainly because I don't follow dubs. I'm not saying anything against watching dubs. One of the best ways to watch anime without needing to actually watch the screen. There are a lot of positive things about that. There's some good things to talk about, that kind of thing. So I won't put any against anyone for watching dubs or subs. But mainly, I just don't like certain people behind the voices or behind the companies behind the dubbing, right? That's the main thing that I really don't like. And I have a lot of harsh feelings about Funimation. I made multiple videos I've made multiple videos, and each time I've mentioned Funimation, it's never in a good light. I don't like them. So I should make that clear. As a company, I don't like them. And like, if you liked Funimation, I'm not against you. I'm just against the company that they don't like. That is not great in my opinion. Sorry, I keep going on about this. And so before I get to the topic of today, if you want to support the channel, if you think I'm right about Funimation, leave a like, share, subscribe. That'd be great. Let's get into the actual article here. As you saw from my intro clip there, and I apologize for the purple. I was highlighting stuff, and for some reason, it just changed all to purple. Great stuff. In my intro clip, I showed this little part here. So Jamie Marchi, this article kind of dumbs it down, but the title dumbs it down a little bit. But mainly, they're right about this. Is that Jamie Marchi blames criticism of edited dubs on misogyny. So basically, she's blaming for like any criticism she gets for. Well, let's review who she is first. Actually, this person, Jamie Marchi, is a voice actress, an ADR director, and scriptwriter for Funimation and Sentai Filmworks. So Sentai Filmworks and Funimation are both anime licensing companies who release anime in physical release or stream on their own platforms. I have a lot of bad things to say about Funimation specifically, especially as they've been political in their dubbing, and she's kind of part of it, as well as another voice actress, which I talked about much earlier before in a different kind of weeb news video. I don't know if I should call it that series here. She basically she has a bad take about streaming anime because this was when Kiss Anime died. Basically, it shut down Kiss Anime, Kiss Manga. It's a site that had illegal anime, and I admit that I used it. It's illegal anime. It was way a watch anime, and sad to see it go. Now, her response to all of that, she made a text conversation with her, like text conversation, a notepad conversation, basically question and answer, right? And a TLDR basically is that she believes that if you can't have access to content legally, you shouldn't be watching. You're not allowed to watch it, and it's like, that's horrible. It sounds uppity, and then tries to pose as if $10 isn't much money for subscription services, which is horrible because $10 can be a lot of money to certain people. So don't ever say, "Oh, this amount of money is not a lot of money." I feel like that's just an asshole thing to say. And the last thing that really irked me really was like, if I know anything, merchandise of anime is where the studios actually make the money, the actual homeland studios. So if you buy like a figure, a visual novel, or not a visual novel, a book from them, like any merchandise that's surrounding an IP, that's pure money for whoever created the thing. So like audio dramas, figures, Blu-rays are pure money, right? And even if you say to her like, oh, I already buy merch, it supports the industry, she doesn't like that, because this whole thing that she did was a really bad way of saying, subscribe to these services so you can support my work, and get her paid in the worst way possible. So, continuing on with Funimation and their streak here, we have Marchi here, and there was a video recently that was found again by a user by the name of Slave of Suzumiya. We can see that right there, in a panel from 2018 of a Women of My Hero Academia, which I personally think that's pretty sexist to just only relegate it to one gender, just saying, and exclude another gender. And so this was at a convention called SAC Anime, and this was a panel in that a fan asked her a question. So we can go down here. There's the video right here from the Slave of Suzumiya, and with a clip. In this clip, she responds to it, and we can go down to see what the clip actually features here. So we go down here, and a fan asks her, okay, Funimation has been under criticism for how they choose to adapt their shows, and expressing that he thinks that it was unfair. I think it's fair comparison, because for some reason, and I don't know why, but it seems like at least 2 out of how many voice actors Funimation has, they don't understand what fans actually want. They want like as close as possible to transliteration. I understand you have liberties to adapt things that are maybe local jokes into something that would be more akin to whoever they're trying to localize to. Absolutely understandable. But to then mischaracterize things by adding not jokes, just like statements that are political, and I'll talk about this later too, that don't actually matter, honestly, in my opinion, and they just try to push agendas, then that's an issue to me. So she thinks it's unnecessary hate, as we can see here. I apologize again. And her her immediate response is, I have a vagina, deal with it. And you can go watch the video yourself. It is it's such a weird thing just to say, like, because I'm a woman. It's like, that's not an answer. She then continues saying, oh, it's the truth. I'm a funny woman, talented and powerful. We're out here. It's going to happen. Deal with it. So it's like, people don't like your changes because they don't like women. That's a horrible answer. Like, that's a weird, like, if you really want an actual response, to being who you are, and because she apparently gets a lot of hate, don't make answers like these. Don't respond like this. Give actual answers, So, and then for some reason, this is a weird thing to me. Now, this is how Banding Atomics wants to throw it at, but this is their interpretation. I respect it. Is that she seems to want to paint her critics as sexually frustrated individuals, and they say incels. Sure. If you want to do that, but like sexually frustrated, yeah, I understand that she's trying to do that with how she's saying, oh, you're not getting laid. It's not about you. Move on. Well, demonizing fans isn't a great thing, miss, because they're the ones that actually get you paid. And then she concludes with that. Now, what's interesting is after that, she then goes on like a whole Twitter thread about like how she's in the industry and what kind of criticism she's gotten. And so we can go here with like this Gamergate part here. So when Gamergate started me at the line in prison school, she neither wrote nor directed. So I understand that. Okay, but Funimation as a company, they shouldn't have let that through in the first place. It was very politically charged, I feel. And again, it's attacking fans of anime. Because I'll be honest, I think a lot of fans of anime were not at least a Gamergater for like full on, but at least held some of the beliefs of those people. And so that's really awful that extra. I'm not saying, hey, you can go harassing people, but like just to claim everyone is a Gamergater, just to be able to just dismiss them is another asshole move in my opinion. You can go on talking about her continued work. She used to work on Panting Stocking, Hetalia, Pleasant Wolf. Yeah. And it's interesting that she seems to be little complaints about shows I wrote before Prison School. Yeah, because they had no problems about any political stuff being injected in there. That's the thing. And then Marchi then recalls about her ham-fisted poor reference, and this is the clip here from Prison School. We have a character saying, "Oh, you a gamer gator" or something like that. And we continue down here. She apparently receives a relentless hate, and it's just so funny that some people just back into a corner and say, "Oh, poor me, I'm being harassed online. Congratulations, you're online. Like, you'll receive negative opinions no matter where you are online. So you're not special. You're not Anita Sarkeesian. Oh no, I'm Anita Sarkeesian." I know maybe you haven't heard that name in a few years, but like, oh no, I'm a person online. I'm being harassed. I'm being harassed because no, everyone gets harassed. Stop. So what's funny is that in a part we'll come over later. I love that part. You've seen my memes change meme adaptation. Yes, memes do change with adaptation because there are, again, localized stuff. People are okay with minor things so they understand things better. This problem is when you talk about Gamergate or feminism in there, like that's not even part of the original script. That's when people don't take issue here. And I don't. This is weird. She's got this weird like kind of sassy attitude. Oh no, if I take harassment like a good girl, I wouldn't have a job. And it's like, stop. That's so. Oh, this is the Gamergate or SJW part I was talking about. Never mind, I was wrong. Harassment grows. Yeah, but if you grow as a creator and you have attention, you get negative attention. Totally a thing. So you don't expect this or anything like that, you know? This is a weird part right here. I did not write or direct that show. Like Prison School, the writers were men. Like, for some reason, that's an issue that they are a person that has a penis. They are a male. Like, what is that really the issue? No. Would you actually like to say like what the actual issue is, or maybe you just don't? This sounds like a very like anti-man kind of statement. I forget the word for it, but you know what I mean. It's just this weird thing. It's almost like man hating, which is like just barely there, you know. So I don't know. She thinks that if she's silent, she should stay silent, man. Don't act. This is just feeding more trolls. But then again, it's getting her attention, I guess. So that's probably why she's doing it. That makes a lot of sense to me. And then the very last few in here. They're wondering why it's so loud. I fight back. It's because I scream my opinion. That's obnoxious, man. Man, people don't like. Whoops. Sorry, microphone. People don't really like people who scream their opinions. How about you be like a nice, civil human being? Maybe he'll actually like you better. You know, I don't know, man. It's easier to talk to. So yeah, I don't know. It's just a strange thing. She does conclude very like a nice way, but again, it's just so odd to me. My point out there is, I think she's doing a lot of this on purpose, to try to egg people on to get attention to the thing. So she might be playing a little bit like not 3D chess, not 4D chess, sorry, like 3.5D chess, you know. But she's not doing a good job at it, I'll admit. But yeah, I want to know what you guys' thoughts about this whole thing, because like I feel. No, you shouldn't just change dubs so dramatically. Like a friend of mine has said, if you change a line of a character so much, you characterize them completely differently from what they originally intended. So, yeah, I feel like this is not a great thing. I'm going to continue not buying stuff from Funimation to actually support the creators that I like, that are actually overseas and actually get proper amount of money for those things, and not support a company that has a very bad track record of bad Blu-ray releases for Dragon Ball fans. I got that from a lot of friends. They're big Dragon Ball fans. And bad voice actors that just have bad takes and also falsely accuse others of sexual harassment. We don't need to talk about that. I'm sure a lot of people have already talked about that. Vic Mignogna. I can't pronounce his name properly. Anyways, I still want to hear your guys' thoughts down below about this whole thing, about how, dubbing and writing changes if you're dubbing stuff or translating stuff. Anyways, see you guys in the next video. Woo!